Hey lovelies, I've bought the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Now I know that Jeffree Star has actually done a review on this. I tried to buy this for the longest time from the e.l.f. Australian website. Sold out for ages. I know that other people have done a review on it, but also those people don't have skin as problematic as mine. So I've got large pores, you can't see right now, in a few seconds you will. I've got problematic skin and I'm starting to get wrinkles just down here and 1, 2, 3 just there. It's a great life getting older. Just looking at the formula and looking how it's applied, obviously I've used it today. It's quite similar to the Chi Chi one that I used to love, and also back when I used to use L'Oreal there was one which had collagen in it from them, which just created like the most flawless poreless look. What I'm going to be showing you guys this week is how this works with different applications, different foundations as well, and also just giving you my 12 to 15 hour check-ins depending on how long my workday is. So if you want to see how this really works on oily skin, just keep watching. I'm just going to take a small amount of this. I know that people will find this weird, but I like to use my nail instead of my fingertip. I'm going to try just a very small little amount. Oh, it really grips like straight away. This is such a grippy primer. So nothing feels heavy, it just feels like it's just ready for my foundation. Sorry if I'm a bit croaky, I'm still sick and it's 5:20 in the morning. So it's only fair to use an e.l.f. foundation with this as well. As you can see, I've been definitely loving this formula. Damp Beauty Blender. It's really feeling like the foundation is just like getting gripped, you know, it's almost like they're becoming bonded as soon as it lands. It's the moment of truth. Let's have a look. That's made it dry down so much more matte than what this foundation normally does. Wow. It's made like a small crack just around my nose here. See if we can just... Okay, I can't mush that out. That's gone on so well. Oh my goodness, wow. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Everything's not quite done and my eyeliner is way too flat, but whatever. So you can see how my face is looking. It is a little bit more shiny now. I'm gonna do my full foundation routine, which includes my Cover FX matte setting powder in the shade Light. So let's just dab, 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 dab. So here we are with just the powder on it. Now I wouldn't really say that my skin looks poreless. Alright, alright, alright. So this is how the look ends up looking. So you can see in terms of how this is looking on my face right now, honestly, I'm not mad. I'm genuinely not mad at this. Like, the pores on my nose do seem to be fairly minimized, which is amazing. So let's just see. I've also noticed that on my forehead it's not looking as wrinkly as it often does. I mean, like, the thing is my pores are still there. They're not vanished by any stretch of the imagination. But it's actually presented a good finish on my skin. All in all, like, honestly, I can't be mad at this. So I'm interested to see how it goes. So it is 6:45 now, so I'm going to head off to work. I'm hoping I'll be home at a reasonable time tonight and I'll be able to show you how it looks at the end of it. Why can I never close a lid? What time is it? 6:52, hashtag proof. It's been day 1 of using this. Am I mad though? Okay, I've not blotted, I've not done anything, my skin is just as it was. I haven't really run around too much today, I've got to say. Like, it's just been like a regular day at work. I haven't had a very close inspection, but when I looked earlier it didn't look too bad, so let's get ready to zoom. Well, I've got a new spot that's turning up. to the party. Ugh, just want those scars to go. Right, that's looking better than expected. It hasn't felt uncomfortable all day, it's felt totally fine. So one thing I forgot to show on camera was I did use the setting spray that I use every day, which is a matte setting spray from Cover FX, but I'm seriously not mad, and this is after 13.5 hours of wear, because I started putting on my makeup at 5:20 this morning and it's nearly 7 now, so I think that's 13.5 hours. I don't know. Anyway, I'm very impressed with this right now. I'm excited to see what tomorrow brings, so I'm going to use another foundation tomorrow and another foundation the next day, and then we'll just keep on testing things out and seeing how it works. But of course, as time goes on, the truth comes out more and more. So let's just have a look, see how it is for a little bit longer. It's definitely got that grip still. So I'm trying this bounce foundation to see what transformative properties it can have on this. Again, it's given that sort of smoothing effect immediately, which is pretty amazing, and it's actually made this foundation look a lot more matte than what it normally does. If it can transform this foundation, that will be impressive. I couldn't make my hair work. Please just ignore my hair. Whatever you do, just ignore it. This is how the makeup ends up looking once I've got everything else on. So as we can see, the look is actually pretty good in terms of how my pores look. So normally when I wear this foundation, my pores do stand out a fair bit, and it's still happening here. It's still creased more so actually down here, which is a bit strange. Overall, it's not looking as good. That's why we're using this foundation as a test. So let's just see how this works in comparison. It is 7:05, so I need to get going to work, and I'll check in with you when I come back. Hello, hello, hello. 6:09 p.m. and let's have a look at how my face is doing. The mirror of truth. Don't know how much I want to look at this. Ugh. So that's pretty shiny, but I mean, it hasn't worn off. Oh wait, it has worn off a little bit around my nose, just under here. I mean, like, it's not as bad as what it was with the other primer, which is actually surprising because I really do love that other primer. But oof. I mean, granted, my skin hasn't been able to eat the foundation, like literally, like it likes to, but yeah, I mean, like, it's not so bad. The e.l.f. one is just a lot better. It still transfers. It hasn't been able to stop that. That creasing is... guess I'm not allowed to smile anymore. It's only marginally made this foundation better. I've been wearing this for over 12 hours now, so it's a good enough test for me. I'll see you tomorrow for some more tests. I used to love this. I'm never recommending it, but I wanted to see how well it holds up with different types of formulas. I'm back, makeup's done, and this is how our face is looking using both of these. You open the door there, Pixie? Okay, it's 10 to 7. So the finish on it, I've got to say, is pretty good. Like I've said, I'll never be promoting this. It's just to try it on another type of foundation, and I only have 3 foundations, so. And also, like, I know that this foundation is really, really good, even though it smells like paint, and also they're not cruelty free anymore. Just saying, so don't buy Wet n Wild. But honestly, like, the finish on this is really nice. I can't lie about that. It looks really good. Again, I've still got creasing that goes down here, but my pores look really good on my nose. I didn't find it, like, troublesome to actually try and fill them in. Like, the finish on this is really nice. Like, my skin does look a little bit smoother than it normally does, and that's kind of what this primer is meant to do. So I'm really interested to see how it works for the rest of the day, and we'll check in later. Okay, it is 5 to 8 at night, so this foundation has been definitely put to the test, but also I don't care about the company anymore, so who cares? So I've got to say that when I looked at this in the work bathrooms, I was actually really impressed, and I'm still really impressed. Like, the oiliness isn't really there. It's actually managing to control the shine, and I didn't put setting spray on today, so for it to be able to hold up like this, that is very impressive. I've just got to say. So day 3, I'm really liking the results so far. Let's see what it's like on day 4. I'm going to keep on testing this out. I want to try it out for a couple of weeks, and then I'm going to give you my final thoughts. Final test. Let's do half and half. So this half of my face is using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and then this half of my face is using my standard Cover FX. Using the e.l.f. foundation, shade Natural, Flawless Finish. That's how we are right now. Let's see how it looks once we've completed our look. I was going to be walking to work a bit earlier today, but there is literally a torrential downpour, so I apologise if you can hear that rain. It is now 5 to 7 in the morning. This is how our side of the face is looking with the Cover FX. And this is how this side of our face is looking using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, I think it is. Doing an inspection myself here. I mean, it looks like my pores are a little bit more minimized around my nose here. I mean, there is a smoother effect on this side of my face overall in comparison to here. Like, my pores are more obvious here. And in terms of my chin, that's looking this, oh, no, wait, on this side the pores are again a little bit more minimized. So now the test is lasting power, so we can see what it's like in comparison to my favorite to here. There is one thing that I have noticed as well though, my spots have increased since using this, because I've been using this for 2 weeks and my spots had subsided, and now they seem to have picked up again. And the only thing that's changed about my beauty regime is literally using this primer, so that's just one thing to note. So I don't know if it's not non-codiomagenic or whatever, it's no information on here, so awkward, but that's literally been the only change for me, so I guess we'll see. It is 6:30 at night. It's been 2 full weeks. I've got this half of my face using the Cover FX mattifying primer, and I've got this half of my face using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, just to try and actually see, is there really a difference? Does it matter at all? Can I save around about $50 and just go for the cheaper primer? Who knows? So, looking nice and close, I don't see much difference. It's separated more on this side, so in terms of around my nose, that has separated more here. So overall, my thoughts on this primer, I actually do think it's pretty good. I think that if you've got super oily skin, you're still gonna have to blot it. I mean, like, look how much of a shine I've got on this. But it still has separated here. But that's also the foundation rubbing off. It's okay. Like, to be honest with you, for something that is around about $10 or so. This is obviously in New Zealand dollars. I'm actually very impressed by it. I think that this is definitely worth it, especially if you're just starting to get into makeup, or if you just want to be able to buy drugstore makeup that is cruelty free and vegan. I'd say the blurring effect doesn't last the full day, as you can see, because you can still tell where my pores are, and it hasn't stopped separation. It's actually just made the finish on the skin pretty good. In terms of, like, for me, I'm just a little bit concerned with how much I've broken out during the period I've used this. That's one thing that is a bit of a concern to me. Obviously, the primer I normally use is this one, and it's got salicylic acid in it. It literally is meant to be fighting, it's fighting acne, basically. And so I feel like this is kind of like adding that extra bit of medicine to your skin, but of course you can't really use this if you're going out in the sun. It's kind of up to you what you think. Of course, you've seen how it's behaved every single day, using different kinds of formulas as well. I do think that the primer overall is honestly good. I wouldn't say it's like groundbreaking or anything. I wouldn't say it completely makes your pores go away, because that's just that's not what's happened, as you can very, very clearly see. But I hope that this review has been useful. I know it's a little bit inconclusive at the end, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you again very soon. Don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe. Bye!